She showed up like she owned the damn place. Bright yellow dress, heels sinking into my dirt driveway, waving around some bogus document like it was the Constitution. Behind her, three randoms who looked like they answered a Craigslist ad titled, "Easy money, no questions asked." And there I was, standing on my porch, coffee in hand, watching this circus roll into my parents' old cabin like it was some kind of reality TV ambush. "You've got exactly 5 minutes to get off my land," I said, calm, but loud enough for the bees to hear. But of course, she didn't listen. Nah, someone like Gretchen Marlowe, self-proclaimed head of the so-called Willow Creek Community Board, not an actual HOA. Mind you, thought her knockoff legalese and cheap perfume gave her authority. She smacked a manila envelope against my chest, smirking like she'd already won. "Developers are interested. This place is a blight. You either sell, or we make it." Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable? Huh. Let me back up a sec. This cabin ain't just wooden nails. My dad taught me how to work bees here, not just with them. Alongside them, said they could read a man's soul better than a preacher. And my mom. She made bread so good, angels would have lined up with butter knives. Every nail in this place, every plank, holds my family's memory tight. And now, here was Gretchen, stomping all over it in heels she clearly couldn't handle. Her crew wasn't much better. One guy, called himself Todd, started yanking branches off my fence like he was auditioning for Demolition Derby. Then there was Clarice, whining about bugs and bad vibes while tripping over my garden stones. The third one didn't say much, just stared a lot. Too quiet. Anyway, I gave them a final warning. They laughed. So I did what any rational beekeeper would do when cornered. I locked the gate behind them, and I opened the hives. Now don't get me wrong. I didn't sick the bees on them, I just let nature take its course. But when 30,000 buzzing ladies decided Gretchen's hairspray smelled like a threat, she went from queen bee to full-on panic mode, screaming, spinning, slapping her own head like she was trying to exorcise a demon. Her team gone, tripping, crying, diving into the back of her SUV. You'd think that'd be the end of it, but nah. Next day, fake violations on my door, claims about illegal beekeeping, septic problems, whatever she could find. I called Calvin, old friend of my dad's. Local farmer, he showed up with a stack of fence posts and a look that said, "Let's finish this." And then came the twist. Clarice, Little Miss Allergies, showed up at my shop crying. Turns out Gretchen promised her crew cash up front, then ghosted them. Clarice handed me a flash drive, photos, emails, proof of bribes, threats, even blackmail. Seems Gretchen had bigger plans, not just my cabin, but 5 other properties in town. At the emergency board meeting, I dropped the bomb, blown up emails, a paper trail of fraud, recordings, even one where Gretchen said, "I'll make that hillbilly beg for an offer." And then Todd stood up, voice shaking, and said, "She told us it was abandoned." That guy lives here. Silence. The kind that crackles just before thunder. Motion passed. Gretchen gone. The next week, her McMansion got seized. Her name stripped off every board in the county, and the newspaper headline read, "Queen Bee Gets Stung." We celebrated under a string of porch lights. Calvin toasted with a beer in one hand and a hive smoker in the other. But that same night, I found a photo tucked under my door. Me, standing by the hives, circled in red marker. No note, just that. So now I've got cameras, motion sensors, the works. But part of me wonders, was this just Gretchen? Or something bigger? Tell me if someone came for your family's last piece of peace. What would you do? Drop your thoughts below. Do you think I went too far, or not far enough? Let's talk justice. Let's talk truth. And if you've ever had a Gretchen in your life, you know exactly what I mean.